Well, hello. It's Queen of Light 1111. I am here with your post full moon reading. I have to tell you, I've been sitting here after I pulled the cards. I don't know, probably about 20 minutes, just overwhelmed by the energy. And I haven't even started the reading. I haven't even started channeling. I'm just extremely overwhelmed. Also, just quite exhausted just from the energy that's coming off of these cards and the messages that I'm already starting to have percolate in my crown. So this is very interesting. It's going to be very interesting reading. I will tell you that right now the theme that I'm seeing is the Nine of Wands for Divine Masculine. It's shown up several times in this reading for him, in the overall energy just for him. I just wanted to know just what was his overall energy. It's showing up. First card out, Nine of Wands for him. First card out for him when I clarified his most significant overall energy towards Divine Feminine, Nine of Wands again. Then he gets the Nine of Wands in another spot somewhere. We'll see. And Divine Feminine gets it one time for herself at the bottom of her deck for her theme. So there's a Nine of Wands is a card, guys. When that card comes out, it's almost time for completion. Meaning this journey that has been long and wounded and painful and full of experience. It's taken a lot of courage. It's taken a warrior mentality. It's like we're almost at the brink of success. This is the time, the Nine of Wands is about just kind of resting from the journey, gaining your strength to have that last hurrah, right? To make it past that finish line. And so what's interesting is that the other theme that comes up for Divine Masculine is heavy union energy. I'm not surprised by it, but I am surprised by it, if that makes any kind of sense. And so it's just like, wow, see what happens when you surrender. See what happens, feminines, when you just kind of mind your own business, do your own work, do what you got to do. The divine works it out. The universe works it out. What's very interesting to note is Divine Feminine has the Ten of Wands that clarifies her Nine of Wands. So she's cycled it out. She's done. She's dropped all the wands. She's like, I'm not carrying this shit alone anymore. I am like dropping these wands. I'm no longer going to be burdened. I'm no longer going to be overwhelmed. I am lifting myself out of this negativity that frankly I have put myself in, right? So lots going on here around new beginnings, lots happening here around union, and a lot around change and divine timing as union is back in the energy. So take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, and healing session, like I said, a lot of people are out of town right now. Their, kids are graduating. People are on summer vacation. So, I used to be booked like, 3-4 weeks out. And I happened to have, some time that is, I think I'm booked out maybe a week and a half. So if you guys are interested in your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, book now, because as people start coming back after the 4th of July holiday, I'm gonna start to probably get, back to my cycle again. So let's get started. Again, www.queenoflight1111.com. I hope you guys had a good full moon. Let's get started. We are going to start with just the overall energies, okay? Just the overall energies. Like what's going on in Divine Feminine's world? What's going on in Divine Masculine's world? What is up? So, Divine Feminine's bottom of the deck. Where is my little Buddha? Right here. King of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the snake. Very interesting combination, right? When you think of the King of Swords is boundaries. King of Swords is an energy um, of like setting healthy boundaries, truth, honesty, not being someone who will allow themselves to be deceived. So divine feminine is in this no nonsense, head over heart type of energy where she's like, I have a hard line, hard boundary around any sort of deception, any sort of betrayal. I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't care what your label is. I don't care if you're, a twin flame, karmic, soulmate, mother, father, brother, best friend, whatever. I don't care what the role. I don't care what the label. Okay? Even her own self, she will no longer not only accept deception or toxicity outside of herself, but she also will not do this to herself either. So her overall energy at this time is no more lies. No more lies, no more deception, not to me, not from me, not by me. Okay? So now, divine feminine's overall energy, 9 of Swords. There is an energy of some sort of anxiety, sleeplessness. There's an energy of stress. And this is because her ego has been battling itself. Okay. She's maybe been battling herself. Maybe she's been battling others. Maybe other people have been deceptive towards her. Maybe she's experiencing deception from people, friends, family, coworkers, whatever, right? There's some sort of energy here where it's creating stress. Okay. There's some stress, battle, attacks. There's a lot here, conflict, and this could be inner or outer battle. So this is creating stress. 2 of Cups, there's an energy of unions. There's an energy of partnerships now that she only wants what is of balance. She only wants to participate in the things that are reciprocal. And then we have the Devil card with the 9 of Pentacles. She's very, very focused on her 3D world. She's very, very focused on her independence, on, materiality. She's focused on the outside world. She's focused on her career. And that's where she stands today because Ace of Swords, she's had a breakthrough. She's had clarity about soul connections, about her soul partnership, about her twin, about whatever, right? About any sort of soul connection. She's had clarity. She's had her truth, right? She knows what her truth is and she only wants the truth. She wants to speak the truth. She wants to receive the truth. She wants to operate in the truth. She's done with the deception. So there is some stress, there is some battle, but she wants partnerships and connections that are only reciprocal. She's very focused on her independence and she has had clarity and a breakthrough as related to even her own divine masculine. Okay. So now what is divine masculine's overall energy at this time? We have the bottom of the deck, Page of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this energy here is the energy of, ready to kind of wanting to start a new adventure. Page of Wands is about communication. Page of Wands is also about, just thinking about a new adventure, thinking about doing something, different and fun and exciting and kind of percolating those thoughts. It's about this excitement. And so in his energy, there is this desire to communicate. There is a desire to just start an adventure, think about an adventure, because he's really looking to cycle. He's really looking to change. He's gone through some lessons. He's gone through a karmic cycle, and now he is really stabilizing and he is securing the lessons from that karmic cycle that he was in. Okay, so now let's look at his overall energy, just in general. Okay, just in general. Here we have, I forgot to say before I go to masculine, when I was channeling divine feminine, it gave me 2 cards that really kind of also sum up divine feminine's overall energy. So there's stress, ego battle, reciprocal connections, this focus on independence, and clarity about, perhaps your connection with masculine. So how to sum this up in 2 cards? Saturn, right? This is the World card. Saturn is restriction, and we have the Lighthouse. So to sum this up, this is an energy where she is very much setting up boundaries. She's being very responsible of anyone that comes into her world. She is yielding. She is in this energy of being aware. She is in this energy of looking for red flags because she will not allow any more deception to take place in her life. So she has created very healthy boundaries. She understands her responsibility and her duty. And let me tell you, her spidey sense is activated. Now, Divine Masculine, we know that he wants to start a new adventure. He's gone through a cycle. He's wanting to stabilize. First card out for Divine Masculine's overall energy is the Nine of Wands. What about the Nine of Wands, Six of Swords? So he's in the energy of really, the journey's feeling long, his own personal journey, his own spiritual journey. It has been wounding. It has been taken a lot of courage, and he's ready to transition to a place of peace. There is this energy of just a lot of emotion, not having his emotions honed in, not knowing what to do. He's feeling overwhelmed. He's feeling chaotic because he is very, very sad. He is experiencing loss, Five of Cups. And this is because he's holding on to this grief. It's like he's just staying in grief. He wants to stay in pain. He wants to stay in the sadness because I do feel like that's the only way he can feel connected to his heart space. And so Nine of Pentacles, he's single, he is alone, he's in this energy of planning, his own abundance because it's clarified by the Two of Wands. And so he's really in this energy of, okay, here's where I'm at. Where I'm at is he's got lots of nines. Nines are about completing cycles. Nines are about individuality. So he's been on this journey, ready to transition, very emotional over a loss. He's holding on to the grief. And as he's trying to get into his independence, he is planning. And so he is planning. He's in this place of decision making. And so what sums up this energy for Divine Masculine? What is he trying to stabilize? Hanged Man and New Beginnings, the rabbits. This is really using his intuition. This is using his enlightenment. This is releasing any illusions like that Seven of Cups showed us, and really getting into his personal clarity, personal vision, his psychic ability, and his intuition to create a new beginning, which, remember, at the bottom of the deck is what we saw for him. We saw that he is ready to cycle out. He's ready to create a new cycle. So now, what is the most significant overall energy that Divine Masculine and Feminine are holding towards each other at this time? Okay, so bottom of the deck energy, we have the distorted masculine. I'm not at all surprised when you get a masculine that has these energies of wounds, confusion, chaos, sadness, holding on to grief, right? He's distorted. He hasn't quite honed in his emotions. So for Divine Masculine, this distorted energy has a lot to do with his Divine Feminine. And was he in his highest honor, and how he needs to change, okay? How he can expand. So for Divine Masculine, this bottom of the deck has a lot to do with how he treated his Queen of Pentacles, right? How he treated his Divine Feminine. Was he in the highest honor? He was not when he was in distorted energy, and he is ready to cycle, Wheel of Fortune, cycle this out, create change, create a new cycle. For Divine Feminine, this has a lot to do with, that she sees her masculine in a distorted energy, and yes, he was not in his highest honor, and now she's looking for change, whether that's with or without him. She is no longer attached to an outcome with Divine Masculine. So now let's look at Divine Feminine's most significant overall energy towards Divine Masculine. We have the card of life purpose. She understands that there was is a divine plan here, that there is this energy that Divine Masculine has served a life purpose in her life. Okay, she's in this energy where she knows that she must get back into her heart space. She must manifest from the heart, and that she had to experience all of these shadows. She had to experience the dark of this connection to become the leading lady of her life, to become the empress. This is the energy. This is beautiful. For all of you that know this, and for those of you that don't, you must go through the shadow. You must get through the light, through the darkness, to find the light, which is divine feminine. I posted this post today on my Instagram and on the YouTube community tab. I literally was so inspired today to post about divine feminine. And literally, I woke up, I typed the entire message about divine feminine. So if you are not following me on Instagram, follow me there, Queen of Light 1111. Now remember, there's a lot of imposters trying to be Queen of Light. I am the Queen of Light that has over 14,500 followers, so make sure you follow the correct page. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of what I wrote, okay? And the post is titled, Let Me Tell You Something. Let me tell you something about divine feminine, who is a sacred woman and a queen. In 5 words, she knows who she is. Period. She knows what she brings to the table. She knows her value. She is worthy. She knows that. She knows she doesn't lack a thing. She knows that she has the power to create and is a force to be reckoned with. She is a leader. She is a manifester. She is fearless. She has high morality and is ethical. She is confident, magnetic, compassionate, intuitive, nurturing. She is this warm, beautiful fire that everyone wants to huddle around. But if you cross her, you will get scorched. She's honest. She has healthy boundaries, just like we saw in her overall energy. And she communicates with logic, wisdom, and heart, just like we saw with that King of Swords, just like we see here that she's manifesting now from her heart space with this life purpose energy, right? She's honest. She's honest. She is a sacred and divine queen who knows when to stay and when to walk away. Divine feminines, you have all of these qualities. This journey, this life purpose was to bring out those qualities, those traits, for you to hone them and apply them now in every part of your sacred journey. This is your life purpose. Your life purpose was to go into the shadow, to be distorted, a distorted masculine, a distorted feminine, to rise out and be the leading lady, to be this empress. This is the life purpose. And have gratitude for divine masculine. Have gratitude for yourself that you took this journey and you turned your pain into power. What is divine masculine's most significant overall energy? So her significant overall energy is that she knows the journey, period. She knows the journey. She knows her life purpose. She knows what masculine brought to the table. And now she knows what to do at the table while she's sitting there by herself, perfectly content, ready to have her next course. Okay? Divine masculine's most significant overall energy towards divine feminine. Maturity. He is in this energy of maturity. When he is in his overall energy towards divine feminine, he's thinking about how emotionally mature or immature he was in this connection. He is realizing that he is responsible for his own happiness, his own sadness. He is in this energy where he's realizing, in order for him to experience real love, true happiness, attractiveness, and security, not the false versions that evaporate, okay? That he has to contemplate his emotional maturity, that he has to be led by the inside, not by flesh, not by ego, not by his mind. He knows that divine feminine or any other person or thing or money or title is not responsible for his happiness. Those are fleeting. He is responsible for his own happiness and that he must mature. So when he thinks about his maturity, he's wounded. He's wounded. Nine of Wands again. This is his most significant overall energy towards divine feminine. The first card out for him was Nine of Wands. He's trying to gain the strength to move forward. So here in his most significant overall energy, he's thinking about his maturity, how he's matured, where he wasn't mature, and he's just really trying to gain his strength. He is wounded. He is thinking about his maturity, and he's thinking how he's worked against himself, how he was repetitious in his behavior time and time again, whether it was in this connection or others. So he's very much contemplating his maturity at this time when he is in his energy for divine feminine. So now let's look at this. Their most significant thoughts, feelings, and what's happening in their environment as related to each other. So what is the theme that divine masculine and feminine share? Strength card. I love it. I love it. Divine feminine in her power, understands her life purpose. Divine masculine in his strength, in his power to carry forward past the Nine of Wands to complete and have success to get to the Ace of Wands. Okay? So there is an energy of strength that is coming in to the energy for masculine and feminine at this time. So how is this manifesting for divine feminine as related to masculine? First card out, we have the Lover's card. Second time this has come out. First time, it was in her overall energy. So listen, their overall energy has a lot to do with each other. There's so much love between these two. Between this masculine and feminine. So much love. So much love. And I think that's where I was so overwhelmed, because it just feels like a shit show sometimes, like lately. But when you tap into the energy, especially now after retrograde and after this full moon in Capricorn, by the way, Capricorn is the devil card right here for divine feminine. Okay. There's a significant shift that happened. And no wonder I woke up this morning after this full moon and I was like, oh, I'm like all about feminine energy right now. I am fired up about divine feminine right now. And so something major shifted out of this moon. Divine feminine came into her purpose. Divine masculine into his maturity, because they are operating in strength. For divine feminine, Nine of Wands clarifies the Lover's card, which is, I haven't given up. I haven't given up on this connection. I just need a break. I need to pause. I need to get my strength back, because damn, I've been carrying all these wands by myself. Where's masculine? I've been carrying all the wands by myself, and I will no longer do that, hummingbird. I am going to lift myself out of this negativity. I am going to lighten my load, because you know what? That is not a reciprocal connection. Because remember, she's telling us here, any union must be of balance. And so here she is in this energy saying, this divine connection has wounded me because I've carried all the burdens. No more. I'm only responsible for my shadow, my healing, my purpose. Good for her. So she cycled out. She cycled out of this. 10 of Wands. Where do we go next? We go to the Ace, right? And guess what? You can't make this up. Look at this. Ace of Wands right here. We're so close. So close. So close. And there's sirens going off outside, which is telling me, yeah, it's coming. Quickly, probably. Right? When you think about sirens, people are speeding up. Right? Got to get somewhere. Got to get to union. What about divine masculine? This energy just tripped me out. He's gaining his strength for union. 4 of Wands. He is in his mastery to manifest union. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. This is 4 of Wands, Magician, 2 of Cups. This is like union, union, union. I am in my mastery to create a union. So, and look at this, because he's examining himself. He's gathering information. He's in this Nine of Wands as he attends to his wounds and gathers his strength and comes into his power. He is assessing himself carefully. He's assessing the situation. Assessment is big right now for masculine. So in his overall energy, his theme towards divine feminine is he's gaining his strength to build a strong foundation, to manifest union. That's what he's doing. I was like, wow, okay. All right, bring it on. So now, let us see. Okay, most significant thought for divine feminine when she thinks of divine masculine, blossoming abundance. You know, she is in this energy where she feels and sees that things may change. Things may start to bloom again, okay? Maybe things don't seem or feel so dire now that she's in this place of strength. So when this card comes out, blossoming abundance, you know, that's what it's about. It's this energy of increasing value. As she continues to understand her value, right? This is the energy where she's like, okay, not so bad. So what she is doing right now, 8 of Pentacles, she is increasing her value by continuing to work on herself, continuing to work on her job, continuing to work on her career. Remember, we already saw for divine feminine here, Devil and the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the Devil here already for her. This is that Capricorn energy, okay? This is like, I'm single, I'm independent, I'm good. I'm going to focus on my money. I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to focus on the things in front of me. Very 3D right now. So she is very much, when she thinks about her masculine, she's thinking about her value. She's thinking about the effort that she is putting in, because 7 of Wands, there's this energy of, I have to protect myself. Unless there is change, I don't know which way I'm going to go with masculine. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to, choose the journey towards him right now, because I don't see, is he putting in the effort? I don't know. So she's very focused on her value, her self-worth. She's, blocking any sort of change right now because she's uncertain where things are at. There is an uncertainty about where masculine may be in the connection at this time. Divine masculine's energy, the temple path. This is everything to do with awakening. Also, I just want to point out here, look at this. This is number 3. That's a number 12, which is the 3. So, they're co-creating and they don't even know it. They're working together and they may not even know it. And the other thing I want to show you in their overall energy, look, they both started off with 9s. 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords. And then he then has the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like she had another, and then she has a 9 of Pentacles. Do you see the mirroring? Like, it's like, they're the same people, but just executing things a little differently. All right. So when this card comes out, the temple path is all about spiritual purpose and support. So this energy, when he thinks, he's thinking about divine feminine, and he's thinking about that there is his soul is evolving. He knows that she is part of his soul tribe. He is expanding his mind. He knows that this is more of a spiritual connection. And so when he taps into the spirituality, look who goes straight to the Ace of Wands. There's no 10. That dude bypasses the 10 of Wands and just goes, boom, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. His passion is ignited. And here he gets the 4 of Wands again. He wants union. He's had clarity. King of Pentacles, Devil. This all happened in the Capricorn energy. You cannot make this up. Can't make it up. So there was a major epiphany yesterday. Okay. And if it hasn't happened yet for your particular masculine, it will continue to happen if you are in this collective. And really the only way to know is by doing a reading, because these are general. Until you come in and we can see if you're masculine or you even are in these energies, we won't know, right? So he is in this energy of this spiritual awakening. And as he and I love that this is in his headspace, because this is not ego mind. This is using your crown chakra. This is using your third eye. And as he thinks about his feminine, using that vision, his passion is ignited for union. And look at this. Look at this. It's not, look at this light that's turning on in his headspace. He has clarity that this is what he wants. King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. What is the most significant feeling that Divine Feminine has towards masculine? Journey card. She's in the energy where she really feels like, this journey was a little bit of a daydream. This journey was a little bit of a fairy tale, right? I mean, listen, this journey is anything but a fairy tale, because the evolution and the hard work and everything that goes into this journey, it's anything but a fairy tale. So she is in the energy when she feels for masculine, she's like, this journey was maybe a dream, right? Maybe felt like a fairy tale, but that fairy tale has ended with the Divine Masculine and that desire for a fairy tale. She's very realistic. Remember, she's King of Swords in her overall energy. She's very realistic. She is logical. She understands that the purpose is for this to happen, for her to experience her shadow, for her to evolve to be the Empress. She's no longer tied to union. It's amazing because she doesn't get one union card in her energy, but he gets all of them. Okay? This is what happens. This is what happens. You start to focus on you and the energy shifts and changes, but you have to do that authentically. You can't do that deceptively with the Seven of Swords, like, oh, okay, I'll kind of do this and let me see if my masculine comes back. No, can't do that. The universe is not dumb. So in her most significant feeling towards masculine, she's like done with the daydream of the journey. She's ending that. She's ending that. She's no longer desiring a fairy tale. She's very realistic. Divine Masculine. Oh my God, look at this. Archangel Metatron. Personal, look at this, third eye. Do you see this? All about the third eye. He knows. He knows what's up, not using his logic, not using his rational mind. He knows in his intuition that he is experiencing some significant loss. Remember, we got the Five of Cups already for Divine Masculine. What was that with? Seven of Cups, Five of Cups. Do you see the mirroring? She just had the Seven of Cups in her heart space, and he's got the Five of Cups in his heart space. So his energy is that I know I have lost something very, very special. I know that I am experiencing pain. And if that's the only way that I can connect with my feminine now is feeling the pain of loss, then that's what he's doing. That's why in his overall energy, he is holding on to the grief. That's the only way that he feels that he can continue to feel her presence in his life. So he knows that he has experienced loss. The Fool card, there is this desire for a new cycle that he wants to move towards. Six of Swords, and he wants to take action. Where do we get the Six of Swords? Right here. Nine of Wands, Six of Swords. He's gaining his strength to move forward towards this new beginning with Divine Feminine. He knows without a shadow of a doubt that that is what he wants. Now, what is happening in Divine Feminine's environment as related to masculine? Archangel Shamuel. She's confident. This is the solar plexus. Solar plexus. She is confident. She is ambitious. She is feeling herself again. She is feeling like Divine Feminine again. She is in her intuition. She trusts herself, and she's ready to start a new adventure from a place of logic, from a place of boundaries, because she is an intuitive, and she's like, if I have to travel a lonely path, I'm going to do it with my inner knowing. I'm going to do it with my intuition as my guide, and I'm going to use my own personal vision. She is in King energy today. She is in Empress energy, and she's in King energy. She's being very matter of fact. Whereas he is very much in his emo, right? Very emotional. So she's in the energy of, I feel very good about who I am. I know who I am. I am ready to move forward, even if that means I'm moving forward alone. Divine Masculine And by the way, separation is a 3D concept. It's a 3D mentality. If you truly understand the journey, you know that you are never in separation. You are always in union. Divine Masculine's environment world. The world card in this deck, this is about expansion. This is about opening up the mind, opening up portals, opening up, ways of thinking. He's opening up to victory. What has he been victorious over? This immaturity. Page energy to the King of Swords. Page of Swords to King of Swords. He's had victory over his emotional immaturity. This is how he has deceived himself. This is how he was deceptive, and now he's ready to cut out that behavior. He is ready to release that behavior. So he's opened up his mind to victory over his immaturity, over his deception, and he is ready to cut it out. He's ready to cut it out. So now let us look at the connection. All right, this is already getting long. Oh God. Okay. Connective energy. All right, bottoms of the deck. This is the Divine Connections and the Queen's Journey Oracle deck, and we're clarifying with the Divine Connections Tarot and a Queen's Journey Tarot. Those were both created by me, so if you guys want to purchase those, go to queenoflight1111.com. All right, bottom of the deck. Look at this. Love. New feelings of love. Wanting to come back together again. Why? Here's 9 of Wands again, because we're not giving up. We're not giving up. We're going to walk away from those wounds towards a new beginning. Okay? It is time to address things. It is time to address things, but the feminine is not to take action. The feminine is the energetic leader. The feminine must stay in her truth, stay in her power. There is this love, this desire to come together. These wounds we're walking away from for a new beginning. For a new beginning. A new cycle is starting. A new cycle is starting. So let's see now what's going on in the connection. Okay, so Archangel Raziel, Magician. The twins are in mastery over this fairy tale. Okay, they're no longer open to a fairy tale. They are healing themselves. They're cleansing themselves of that fairy tale energy. They are destroying it. They're taking action towards it. They're taking action towards a missed opportunity, but they're no longer, like a pie in the sky type of energy. They are very clear. They understand the purpose. They understand what their specific roles are. Feminine was distorted, has been distorted about her divine masculine. But guess what? She has victory over her mind. This energy of self-doubt, this energy of conflict and just utter defeat. She has finally succeeded in no longer sabotaging with her ego mind. Remember, her ego mind, where do we get that energy? This 9 of Swords with the 5 of Wands. She's like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep stressing myself out over this. Only speaking defeat, thinking conflict. There's an opportunity for rebirth in the 3D. This is a 3D card in my deck. There is a rebirth in the 3D from a place of mastery. And guess what? You have the King of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups, and you have the Union card. I'm telling you, union is coming again. Everyone's on their own cycles, right? Everyone's on their own cycles. So there's some people that are already in union. Some people are already on the road back to union, right? Everybody's on different timing. This particular collective at this time, 3D manifestation of heart-centered, masculine and feminine, ready to come into union. Right now, they're testing the waters. They're thinking while they are resting in their royal chambers, right? While divine feminine is resting and healing in her 9 of Wands, while masculine is resting and healing, they're thinking about, mostly masculine, testing the waters about how to have this new love begin. And there is procrastination and some confusion about how to move forward towards that Queen of Pentacles, which is divine feminine. So there is this energy of, a little bit of procrastination about how to come forward with an offer, how to come forward with communication, how to come forward with a gesture even. So let's close this reading now with some advice. Well, we're going to close the reading with advice. I actually have one more card to read. I really wanted to use my Journey of Love Oracle. By the way, those pendants that I'm selling, I only have 2 more left, and those come with a 1-card reading of where you are on your personal journey of love. And just these cards are awesome. These cards are magical. I use them sparingly, but when I use them, I am absolutely guided to use them. Bottom of the deck, 4. What is masculine's message to divine feminine, and what's feminine's message to masculine? Like, what do they want each other to know about how they are feeling about each other? Intimacy. This is that King and Queen of Cups, right? In their heart space. Intimacy. When this card comes out in this deck, this is all about vulnerability. This is about growing your spirituality. This is about opening yourself up in new ways from your heart space, being ready to be seen, being ready to receive, being ready to just be intimate again from the heart. And I'm not talking about any sort of physical energy. This is about sitting together. This is about rubbing your back. This is about having heartfelt conversations. So divine feminine, what does divine feminine want to say to divine masculine about how she feels about masculine, about and with intimacy at the bottom of the deck is rings of time. She's saying to him, this is what she's saying about what she feels. That masculine, divine timing is a gift. That if we want to be further ahead than where we are, then we have to be in the energy of holding space. This is an energy where we need to be in the energy of resting and reflecting. This is the energy of being in grace. This is an energy of really trusting in the divine plan, that everything is unfolding for us as it is meant to. This is not a feminine that's saying, oh, we need to get together now, masculine. No, that's not this feminine. Look at how high vibration this feminine is. That she understands that spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. And you can't make this up because he has the maturity card. She knows that they're both maturing. She knows that the divine energy is moving through their connection to bring them back into union at the perfect time. And she just wants masculine to know that she holds space, that there is love, but there are healthy boundaries in place so that the old cycles do not repeat again. Divine masculine's message to feminine. I love this message. Look, he has another number 9. She has an 8. He has a 9. I love this message. This is called the heart of God. How does divine masculine feel about feminine? He feels that she is his divine calling, that it is a privilege to love her or to have loved her, that she inspires him, that she has opened his heart in ways that the sensations that he feels that he cannot even describe. His heart is tolerating this mystery of her love, and that she has inspired him, that he recognizes it, and he protects the heart that he is feeling because she is in his heart. He is led. He wants you to know he's led by your love. Remember, the feminine leads energetically. And he too is saying that you and I, feminine, have a sacred purpose to fulfill on this earth, and that the divine is sorting this out. And he's saying that you are alive in his heart, and that he is your heart. Oh my God. That's just, oh my God, I can't even. Okay. Okay, so now, what advice does our Kalima have for both divine masculine and feminine? So the question was, Kalima, what is your advice for divine feminine about her connection with masculine? And what is your advice for masculine on his connection with feminine? Bottom of the deck is Guyakali. Guyakali, number 28, which is a 10, which is a 1. Divine mother who knows all, with every answer, every mystery within her power to disclose. She provides knowledge at the right time and the best way. What she's telling both masculine and feminine is the answers to your questions will be provided. Okay? Don't dismiss that you are being led into unknown territory. Yes, you are in unknown territory, but this is your time to reflect and rest on your intuition, allowing your wisdom rather than reactions to take over. Because an entirely new perspective about your connection is awakening. Secrets are going to be revealed, and all you need to know will be given to you. Things are coming. Things are going to be unveiled. So, advice for divine feminine is Kundalini Shakti. Kundalini Shakti, number 10 again. So she had a 28 at the bottom of the deck, right? Which is a 10. And now we have the number 10, Kundalini Shakti. Divine Feminine's advice from Kalima is that in this consciousness that you're in today, Divine Feminine, it is evoking instability. Yes, you may have felt unstable, but there is an inner pathway for a higher consciousness that is manifesting. This inner disturbance, that Nine of Swords energy, Divine Feminine, that instability was wrought by the Kundalini Shakti. There was this internal disorder that you were going through, but this disorder is meant because it is the divine reorganizing things. So just be reassured, Divine Feminine, reassure your heart that no matter what things may appear to be in the 3D, that at a spiritual level, everything is okay. Anything outworn, outdated, any energy that is not in alignment is being processed and broken apart. And from the ashes of your inner fire, right, you will emerge anew. So let what needs to happen, happen. I love that. Divine Masculine's advice, number 2 card. Okay, this is Vishva Mata. Vishva Mata. Vishva Mata is telling Divine Masculine that with her protection, even significant uncertainty doesn't need to be wrought with despair. He is so sad. He's holding on to his grief as the only way to feel Divine Feminine. Okay, there is a shift that is happening, Kalima is saying. There is a shift. There is a pathway that is going to shift your devastation into a palpable experience where you are going to feel protected and guided through this difficulty. Trust where you're being led, because grace will come from this. Divine Masculine is being encouraged to develop the confidence and commitment necessary to take the challenge on, to continue to be inspired by Divine Feminine and the energy of his higher self, so that he can stay true to his path and progress step by step. He must trust in his capacity to grow into fulfilling this manifestation. What does he want to manifest as the magician? He wants to manifest this union. So he must trust his capacity to grow to fulfill that manifestation of his heart's desire. So they are really working with him on his confidence. So I'm going to leave it at that. I want you all to have a great weekend. And if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day. Bye.